Welcome to Fit Body Bootcamp. I'm Samantha and I'm going to be taking you through your first workout today. We're going to be doing a 4-station rotation. There's going to be 2 exercises at each one, and we're flip-flopping back and forth for 3 rounds each. Your timer is going to be set for 30 seconds of work and 5 seconds of rest. And we're finishing this workout with what's called a burnout. So we're going to be going through your first station today. Again, we have 30 seconds of squats and 30 seconds of crunches. So we're flip-flopping back and forth between these 2 exercises. So the very first one is going to be squats. Bring your feet wider than shoulder width apart. Keep your chest elevated and make sure your hips are going back behind you, and keep the weight in the heels so you can really use your lower body. So chest up, squat down, and come back up. Make sure that you're keeping form intact, so stay nice and low with your squats. From there, we're going to be going into pulsing crunch, so that'll be on the ground. Feet can be flat on the floor. From here, you can start with your hands on the thighs, reaching up over top of the kneecaps, and coming back down. Make sure every time your shoulder blades are getting off the mat completely. Okay, so let's get into the workout now. We're going to start off with squats, 30 seconds. Ready, and go. Right, weight in the heels, keep your chest up, squeeze your glutes forward. If you feel like your quads are working too much, then you're not using your glutes enough. All right, into pulsing crunch. To squats now, second round. Now we're going to be going into our second station. We have two different exercises now, so we're gonna be going into dynamic plank and jumping jacks. Dynamic plank, to start off with, will be in high plank position. To start off, I want you doing this from your knees. So make sure your hands are directly underneath your shoulders, and what you're doing is going from that high plank position down to low plank. So going up, up, down, down. Make sure you're switching that leading arm so that you're not always pushing up with the right side. So again, down, down, up, up. The second exercise is going to be jumping jacks. So pretty basic, but make sure you're making a wide motion. So coming up, cross the hands, and come back down. If you need to modify, you can simply go out to one side and then out to the other, if jumping jacks is a little bit hard for you. All right, so those are our two exercises. We're gonna be going into our workstation now, so 30 seconds of dynamic. Ready, and go. So down, down, up, up. All right, up into jumping jacks. And here we go. Second round, here we go. Back to jumping jacks. Second round, here we go. Back to jumping jacks. Okay, we're gonna be going through our third station now. So we're gonna be going through the two exercises, which is going to be forward lunges and then push-ups from the knees. So first one to start off with, forward lunge. Standing up nice and tall, we're gonna take a big step forward, lunge down, so you have 90-90 in both knees and push back. So switching sides, 90-90, push back. Keep the chest up the whole time. Keep a little contraction between the shoulder blades. Going down into push-ups from the knees. Bring your hands slightly wider than shoulder width apart. Make sure when you're doing this push-up, the elbows are still going back behind you on a 45-degree angle. So, coming down, chest goes between the hands, push away. Make sure your hips are also coming with you, but don't leave them up in the air like a teepee bum. Keep them down. All right, so starting off, forward lunges. Here we go. So remember, you're not taking quite a normal step. You're taking just slightly larger than a normal step. And then pushing back, keeping the body upright. Going down into push-ups from the knees, keeping the chest between the hands, drive away from the floor, having those elbows go back on a 45. Back up to forward-facing lunges. Down into push-ups, one more time for the second round. All right, down into push-ups, one more time for the second round. Final station. So the last two exercises of the station work is going to be plank with a kick up, and then we're going into high knees. So plank with a kick up is just like this. So in high plank position on the toes, we're going to be kicking up to the ceiling, using your glutes and switching back and forth. Keep your hips in line with your shoulders. This is more important to be a controlled movement than a quick movement. From there, we're going to be going into high knees. So I just want you to take this slow. Bring the knee up to the chest as far as you can go. Keep it slow if you need to. All right, now let's get started into the first round of the workout. So down in high plank, here we go. So keep your hips in line, keep your hands underneath your shoulders and your chest in between your hands. And now into high knees. Again, pick up the pace if you need to, but if you're a beginner, just keep it here. Use your abs. Feel free to just contract here instead of just only focusing on the hips. All right, down one more time into high plank. So, up. So, up. And high knees one more time. All right, so now we're at the final part of this workout, the burnout. So the burnout is meant to just add that extra calorie burn just to finish your workout off right. So today we're gonna be doing 3 exercises for 3 rounds. The first one is going to be mountain climbers, then we're gonna be going into leg raises, and finally we're gonna be doing heel touches. So to start off with, we're gonna be doing mountain climbers on the ground. So in high plank position, what you're doing is pulling the knee into the chest and placing it back down. So alternating back and forth between that. You can keep the pace high if you want to push yourself that way. Make sure the weight stays between the hands again, and the hand is directly underneath the shoulder. The next one is going to be a leg raise. So on your back, you can put your hands wherever you wish, underneath your hips or off to the side. What you're going to be doing is keeping your feet together, raise up, give me a little pop at the top, come down, try not to touch the ground. If you need to touch the ground, that's no problem. Come back up and push. The last one is going to be heel touches. So bring your feet wide, bring the feet a little bit closer to the body, and then all you're doing is touching the heels back and forth, keeping the abdomen contracted. All right, so to start our workout, we're gonna start off with mountain climbers. Ready? And here we go. Again, keep the hips down. A lot of people start to bring the hips up. You wanna keep them down in line with the shoulders. Use your abs. All right, into leg raises. Hands under the hips and up. And heel touches to finish off. Back into mountain climbers. Second round. Leg raises, second round. If this bothers your lower back at all, feel free to just bend the knees. Tap and pull up. And finally, heel touches. Back into mountain climbers. Second round.